Welcome everyone, I'm Andrew Bermudez and I'll be showing you another production gallery, this time for Forest of Fear. So, without further ado, let's get started. Here is our first set, which is the scary laboratory where Billy Lugosi and Igor make a monster. This shot here, you can see the trailer for the actors and a couple of our actors. And in this shot, you can get a detailed view of the lab creation table where the monster is being built. And here you can also see the trailer that I built for Billy Lugosi and Igor to live in. This next set here is Count Werdina's funeral home. In this scene here, you can see the camera crew preparing for the scene where Mary and Leo drive up to the front door for the funeral home. Now, interesting thing is that this set, along with the set you saw previously, a laboratory, were the only two sets that we filmed on the actual LEGO Studios backlot, where we had the sets available to us, you could say. The rest of the movie we went on location and filmed for. And in this next shot right here, this one right here, you get to see the inside of the funeral home. And with Torgo and Count Werdina there, we have our assistant director telling them what to do. The set you are looking at here is our Werewolf ambush set, where a hitchhiker who has no name in the movie turns into a werewolf and runs across the road. Obviously, in the film, Leo doesn't believe it's a werewolf, as you may, and I'm guessing you have seen the film. But in this scene, originally, if you saw the deleted animation storyboards, that they were actually supposed to pick up the hitchhiker, but then this was thought to be unnecessary filler in the movie, so we had it cut out. Here you can see our crew setting up cameras and the director telling our actors what to do. Oh, here is our big Howling Hollow set. This is an entire town built just for the movie, and we went to into all detail trying to get all these little details in. Like, I put up the signal light, I filled the yards with trash. I really thought about, I really wanted to make this feel like a real rural community, like some place that hasn't been contacted by the outside world for years. Just wanted to make it look all run down, and even design the light post that way. However, while we were on location, I think it drove a couple of our crew members mad. I remember a time when one of our crew... Oh, before I get to that, here is a little picture of the windmill. Was originally supposed to be part of the set, but I need more room, so I took it out and put it in a different set. Anyway, one of our crew members was talking about how the scenery must have been driving them mad, because they said at night they were dreaming that they were once a wigwam and then they were a teepee. Our psychiatrist on hire said that their problem was that they were two tents. Yeah, that was really bad. Anyway, in this photo right here, you can see a pig in a shower in the front yard. That is actually a reference to a THAC 8 brick film called Pig in a Shower, and it was about as its title suggested. Here's a couple more shots of some of the inhabitants' front yards. I even put in a little Chick-fil-A in the town so that the residents would have a place to eat. I also had other stuff. I had tractors, put a couple fire hydrants in there, really went into detail here. Okay, here's our next set that we did. This is actually the outskirts of the forest before Mary and Leo actually go inside, but this is after they get directed the wrong way on the construction detour. This is basically the scene where they argue about which way to go and stuff like that. But I feel it really is an important scene in the movie. It establishes their characters, and we really get to know who they are and how they stand on these issues. Here is a picture of the path or roadway into the forest, and here's our camera truck that we used throughout the movie. It really was handy for getting those high shots. Okay, here's our scene of the angry mob when it goes after the monster, but in the end gets quite scared off by a werewolf. And here's our once again our crew directing the audience what to do. Here's our actor getting ready in his werewolf costume for his big scene. And here we have another shot of the cameraman getting ready for the scene. And yeah, I really load them down with all sorts of stuff. Like a classic monster movie Angry Mob have. They have torches, they have pitchforks, they've got some rifles, pistols. I even threw a paddle in there. Okay, here is the scene where the windmill, this is the windmill set with the road behind it that leads out of the forest, or so you think. So we're setting up right here for the scene where Mary and Leo go up to the windmill room and where they get chased inside by the werewolf. And this is also the same set where we also show the angry mob come up and burn down the windmill as well, because it's a horror movie. The windmill's gotta burn down. So we have a picture here. This picture right here really shows the windmill, the whole windmill room, I should say. And here's our assistant director telling the actor in the werewolf suit what to do. And here is the access road behind the windmill, and I put tons of trees there so you can't really see it from the windmill. And this is basically where we stored all of our extra vehicles when they weren't in use, because there was some pretty tight spaces in there. And here's our American Recovery and Reinvestment Act sign. They can't see it really well. Okay, here's the inside of the hotel room. This is not the one inside the windmill. This is the one that's inside the hotel itself. So I didn't go with any wood lace patterns for the walls. These are just solid walls. Although I went for more primitive technology in here. Like you can see on the wall, I have one of those old school telephones from like the early 1900s. It was more of a gag, but it still worked as an extra little detail. And here's our crew setting up, getting ready for the movie. And then here's Mary and Leo laying in bed, sleeping at the beginning of the shot. And then here is our final set we filmed on. This is the hotel room that's inside the windmill, hence the more wood look that we put to it. Although this one I decided to make look a little more technologically advanced, like they have an actual, they have more of a modern telephone in there. We have I have a little small refrigerator in there, got a television in there. I thought it's kind of a funny irony here where the hotel is more of a new structure, yet the technology inside is old. But in here, the windmill's old, but the technology inside is new. I guess you could kind of foreshadow the fact that the reason why the stuff's new in here is because they're constantly rebuilding it after the fire, burning it down. Anyway, here is our movie premiere. The film finally finished. Everyone came to the premiere. And there's everyone getting out of the limo, heading down the red carpet, down to the cinema to watch the film. And here's everyone inside getting ready to watch the finished movie. And you can see even Lego Studios CEO Mark Matthew was there to participate. And that concludes our production gallery. And if you're interested in any information about this or any other movies, be sure to check out the Mustache Maniacs Film Co. website.